I mean, I can't believe that they can't beat Stoke and then they go and win at Chelsea. I mean,
you know, but Pete, we said before about United maybe being over-dependent on Wayne Rooney. Is that a similar accusation you could make about City and Tevez?
Or Bellamy. Because, I mean, I was going to mention that could be a mistake by Alex Ferguson, that Tevez shouldn't have been sold. Because he's clearly relishing his role at City. He don't make many mistakes, but that could be a mistake.
Are you a Tevez fan, Andy?
I am, but it was too similar to Wayne, I think. I think that was the problem. He had Wayne Rooney there, and he wasn't going to get the games in front of him. And the similar type of players don't think they work together, you know, on the pitch as a duo, you know. So I think that was the problem.
Do you think you sort of definitely need a team leader? Because Rooney seems to be doing so much better when Ronaldo isn't on in the team or here. Whereas the other players around him, like Valencia, seem a little bit in awe of him and realise they are the provider, Rooney's the main man. Whereas it always seemed to me about conflicts about who was going to take the penalty, who was going to be the main man up front between Ronaldo and Rooney. Whereas now he knows it's down to him, and everyone else is providing the ball.
As well, though, I think, you know, people have looked at Ronaldo, and I think if you compare them as two wingers, say, which I didn't really regard Ronaldo as a winger. He was a wide striker for me. He never put balls in like Valencia put in.
No.
Never. Doesn't provide balls like that. Valencia, for me, is a real winger. Who gets down there and then dinks little balls in. How many has he put in for Rooney in the last few weeks? 5 or 6.
Yeah. Again on Saturday.
And I think they're totally different players.
But it does pick out a good cross as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing drives you more mad than when you see it hit the first defender because they don't bother to look up. Let me ask you, though, Peter, you've seen a lot of goalkeepers over the years. The Chelsea lad, even as a City fan, I have to say, I don't think he was beaten by the pace of the ball for Tevez's first goal. In fact, I've seen Glaciers move quicker than Olario did to try and get across to stop that.
Yeah, I've seen you move quicker than that. Especially with your new haircut.
It wasn't his finest moment, though, Ian, was it?
I think his name changed to Hilarious after that,
what happened? It was like he'd suddenly gone into slow motion.
It was as though someone had nailed his feet, wasn't it? It was like... And then he tried to move to it, and then he helped it in the end, didn't he, as well?
I mean, we do have some problems with goalkeepers at the moment, don't we? I mean, in this country. Given, I think, has gone off form as well. He doesn't seem to be dominating things like he did.
Yeah, well, that's the three of you then, because when they brought Given in, it looked like it could be the end of road for Joe Hart. He's gone to Birmingham, absolutely blossomed. He's in the England squad. Is that a dilemma, Peter, for whoever's in charge at City come August?
A massive dilemma.
A nice one.
A nice problem to have. But it keeps them both on their toes, doesn't it? They've said that they'll let Hart stay for another season at Birmingham, so maybe that issue will develop the year after that, that season after that. But I think that's the reason that England won't win the World Cup, that we haven't got any decent goalkeepers. It's such a key position. I mean, you're playing against absolute world-class, fantastic players, and they're just going to expose that horrendous weakness in our team. I mean, it's not just... It's the whole defence now that is in sort of crisis point, as we sit here now. Got no decent goalie, centre-half's out of form or injured, no left-back. I mean, it's becoming... One of the strongest parts of the team is just gone. The only part was strong is, if Rooney's fit, of course, and some half-decent midfielders.
He always cheers me up when he comes in. Go on, Ian, you were about to say something.
Yeah, speaking of left-back, Julian Lescott earned praise for a change for his performance at the weekend against Chelsea. Do you think he could be a potential for that left-back slot?
Well, he was one of the 5 that I named last week as a potential to take over. And Barry as well. He could play in that position. But, I mean, these are like... They're not... Left-back, to me, is such a key position in the team, and that you're either a good you're left-footed, of course. There's not many of them around. We had such great left-backs. Now we've got no left-back. So I don't think you should be experimenting at this level in significant positions. And the left-back, of course, is against the right winger, and the right winger is usually their best player.
Right, so go on, Andy. Who are you going to put a left-back, assuming Ashley Cole isn't fully fit? So at least you want decent cover.
I wouldn't put Lescott there. I don't think he's a left-back. He's a centre-back. But then you're struggling. I would be tempted maybe to play Barry there.
Interesting. I always think Barry, when he plays for England, I like what he does because he does the fetching and carrying for the other two, doesn't he, really?
The water
back, yeah, he is. But, I mean, he's good at it, isn't he?
What about Warnock?
He's probably the most likely
He's probably
candidate.
the most likely candidate, but is he world class?
Didn't look great yesterday against Valencia, did he?
So it's a very difficult position, as Peter says. You've got, you need the balance there.
I just
you
hope
need
John
a
Terry
left
gets
footer.
injured. Then we can have Bridge back. I mean, John Terry isn't great, is he? I mean, he's not
at the moment.
He's not playing particularly well, is he? So let's
Ian, you're the youngest, so you tell me this. Explain this to me. You're under intense media scrutiny. Your form's gone to the dogs. Where do you find the time to have a mohawk haircut if you're John Terry?
I don't know. He can be any age and not understand that, surely. Why am I more likely to have a mohawk haircut?
No, but you're down with the kids. You might see a reason for it.
I don't know. I don't know any reason why you'd have a mohawk haircut.
No, but you just think, of all the things going in your life, do you know what I need to ease the pressure? I need a mohawk haircut.
You've had a bit of a trim up.
It's not a flipping mohawk, is it?
Did it not cross your mind to go for one of those?
Well, Britney Spears shaved all hers off.
Do you know this football debate's taking a decidedly flippant turn with you three?
So how much was it?
Time for a quick break. Remember, we want to hear from you. Drop us a line today at channelm.co.uk.